Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of MGI Sim Racing. I'm your host, MGI. Today we're driving in Iracing on Road Atlanta in the United States in the ROF 12R. We're starting fairly at the back, position 12. We got a long race ahead of us, 30 minutes to be exact, and well, the green light is here and we're on our way. Let's see if we can make something good out of this race. It's like I said, it's a long race, so have to be careful. I'm coming up on the guy here in front of me, and yeah, I just have to take it easy for now and see if we can get a nice rhythm and get this race on the road. Yeah, it's a tough pack, difficult track, especially this part. I am always struggling here with this right-hander. It's blind, you can't really see where your braking points are, so yeah, that's difficult enough as it is. Anyway, we're on our way and going through the S's here and trying to keep up with the pack, which is of course important to see if I can maintain my position in this race. Nice weather here as always in iRacing, what can I say? And let's see if we can do something good here today and maybe take up some places, or make up some places I should say, because yeah, starting in the back like this is always difficult. Lovely shot here of the cars, definitely something going on there in the back. Some guys are in trouble there. And yeah, right now I'm in midfield and following nicely. The guys in front are just way too fast for me. There's no way I can keep up with them right now, so I need a lot more practice for that. But hopefully I can get into the top 10 again and maybe pick up some nice points there. And well, that's lap 1 almost done. We're coming back on the main straight here. Fast right-hander again. And yeah, let's just see what we can do today. Almost 240 kilometers an hour here on the main straight, so that's some nice speed we got there. I think the back straight we're gonna exceed that. Coming up on the tricky right-hander again. Again, it's blind, so you just have to know what you're doing, I suppose, and do it all on feel and on intuition, and that's always difficult. Nice shot here through the S's again, and yeah, for now just keeping up with the guys, and hopefully I can capitalize on a mistake they're gonna make a little further down the road. But for now it's just yeah, just maintaining my pace, making sure I drive nice and clean laps, and well, still 27 minutes to go, excuse me, and yeah, still a long race ahead of us. Position 11 right now, again on the back straight, and yeah, definitely the speed is higher here. We're gonna almost touch 250. Yeah, we're gonna make 250 kilometers an hour, and the guy in front of us is taking a nice run on his opponent, and I was probably looking at that because I got way too deep into that chicane, so that's gonna cost me some time. Coming back on the main straight here again, and that's lap 3 done. Still a long way to go for the end of the race, so yeah, just taking it easy and making sure I hit the apexes. Tricky right-hander again, left, right, always difficult, and yeah, the guys in front of me are pulling away. That's not a good sign. I gotta really stay focused and concentrated and see if I can catch the pack, but yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a problem because I'm pulling away from the guy behind, and the guys in front are pulling away from me. It's a difficult field today. You can see that on the little information board on the right side. They're all A classes, so those guys have been doing this a little longer than I have, and still I'm capable of more or less keeping up with them. So that's always nice. Right now it's just waiting for something to happen in the race. They're definitely fighting up there, so yeah, I just have to see if I can make use of that. This is me on the main straight in my beautiful blue and white MGI ROF. So yeah, coming up on the chicane here, and yeah, that's a lovely shot. It's nice to see like this, and hitting the brakes really hard, as you can. Anti-lock brakes on this car, so yeah, you can just smash the brakes and don't have to worry about locking up or anything. So yeah, this is a very nice corner to take if you get it right, which I'm not doing here completely. I run a little wide there, but yeah, you can take that almost full throttle, so that's very nice to do. And the speed in these cars is yeah, really not bad. It's yeah, like you can see on the back straight, 250 kilometers an hour, so that's really okay. And yeah, we're coming back on the main straight or on the back straight now, and through the S's here. And well, I don't think the gap is increasing anymore in front of me, so maybe we can do something with that later. Hitting the apex, hitting the next apex, hard in the brakes, back to first gear here all the way, and then full throttle again. Well, easy on the throttle. It's 500 brake horsepower, these cars, so if you do it too wild, you're gonna spin out. So always have to take care of that and be very gentle with the throttle. But yeah, well, what can I say? I'm looking at a gap in front of me and I'm looking at a gap behind me, and that's kind of boring, I suppose. It's I'm not gonna lie, there's not much going on right now. It's just me doing my laps and staying concentrated. It's difficult enough as it is, driving all alone and just waiting for something to happen. Coming up on the fast right-hander again, almost full throttle through here, at least in fourth gear that is, and then coming up back to the hill. And yeah, again in through that tricky right and left-hander again. Once you got the rhythm of it, it's doable, but it's always tricky. Down through the S's, and yeah, I'm going back up the hill again. And well, the guys in front of me are not really pulling away, but I'm not getting any closer either. So it's status quo as it is right now. We're not going anywhere with this, and yeah, we just have to stay focused and concentrated, do my laps. It's still 23 minutes to go, so we're just not even on a third of this race yet. So yeah, that's it's going to be a long race, I can't lie. You're just gonna have to sit and wait for something to happen, and hopefully capitalize on that, because yeah, it's long. Definitely some fighting going on behind me, but that's not really of interest to me. I think I'm even closing in on the guys a little bit, so that's interesting. Probably they're fighting amongst themselves, and that gives me the possibility to close up again. I got a little flustered, I guess, in the beginning of the race and lost some time there, but I'm definitely closing in. It's a nice shot like this, you can see the speed, and there's definitely something going on, because this is just a few seconds ago this happened. And what's going on here? Yeah, okay, that is one ROF wrecked. He just got flustered by the guy, I think, on the left, who let go of his throttle, and well, yeah, that's just that's unfortunate. That's a ticket back to the pits if you can make it, and start all over again in the back. So too bad for him. Meanwhile, we're racing. David Ogden is in front of me, so let's see if we can do something there. We're in 10th position right now, so we picked up a place. That's always nice. Guy went off and he went into the pits, so yeah, we're definitely doing something good. 22 minutes to go in this race. Almost a third gone, so yeah, still a long way to go, but getting in a rhythm now, and yeah, well, just holding on, I suppose. You see this so often with these races, the field just gets pulled apart and you end up all alone. And that's yeah, that's a shame really, because it's much more fun to have a close race. But again, these races are part of it too. It's just like real life. You see that so often when you watch racing on television or anything. It's just, sometimes it's just not that exciting to look at. And this is one of those races, I'm afraid. Down through the S's again, up the hill again. Nice flowing part of the circuit this is, and hitting the brakes really hard back to second, or third I should say, and slowly kissing the apexes on the curbstones, I should say, on the outside, and yeah, full throttle, and then hitting the brakes hard. Third, hitting the throttle again, and then really hitting the brakes hard, because this is a very sharp right-hander. And you have to get this really good, because it's a long straight after this, and you have to get a good exit speed to maintain your speed on the straight. Meanwhile, while we're doing this, there's definitely something going on. These are the leaders of the race. They're a completely different part of the track right now, but they're definitely fighting for position. And well, let's see what goes on here. This is the number 2 guy, Eric Vizzi, if I if I pronounce it correctly, and he has a great move here on Diego Suarez, and he takes the lead in the race, so that's really good for him. Really nice racing there, and they're on a whole lot of level right now with the lap times than I am, so there's not much I can do with that, but it's nice to see that at least some guys are having a good race and a racing position, because I'm definitely not. I'm just trying to hold on and continue my race, and yeah, see if I can get anything good from this. I'm still in 10th position, so yeah, okay, that's something I would have expected from this race, I guess. Again, it's a tough field I'm up against. Most of those guys are far more experienced than I am. I just started iRacing about a month ago, so yeah, I really have to have to work at this to catch up with these guys and maybe get into some nice fights or something, because having said that, David Ogden is definitely not moving away from me, but like I said, it's just no man's land. I'm driving around in no man's land, nothing to see, nothing to do. Just do your laps, stay focused, stay concentrated, and don't make any mistakes. And that's the name of the game right now. What's going on over here? It's the same battle again, but this time the roles are reversed, and it looks like we're gonna have a new number one, and this is a really nice move on the outside from Eric Vizzi, and he takes it from, and Diego Suarez is in front right now, and that's really great racing. On the outside, that's really difficult to do. So that's really nice. So we got a new number one. I skipped the race a little bit. We're only at 13 minutes now because I was just doing my laps, and yeah, there was nothing going on. There is something going on right now because I'm being pressured from the guy behind me. Louis Garzon is on my gearbox, and he is definitely faster than I am. I think he must have made a pit stop or something, because normally how else would he end up behind me? But I'm definitely feeling the pressure right now. So I was concentrated before. I have to be even more concentrated right now. So this is yeah, at least there's something going on right now, and I'm not all alone anymore. I would have rather had it a guy in front of me that I could attack, but yeah, that's just the way it goes, I suppose. I just have to take it easy now and make sure that I hit the apex is even more important. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep this guy behind me, because I think he's about, what, 1 or 1.5 seconds faster per lap than I am. So that's going to be really difficult to keep that up for another 12 minutes. And yeah, I have to be careful that I don't take us both off, or that he does that. So let's keep our wits about ourselves, and well, it's already done. It's just, I don't know what happened there. That's fairly easy. I could have put up a little bit more of a fight, I suppose, over there, but yeah, that's job done for him, and that puts me in P11 and back on chasing mode, I suppose. Let's see if I can keep up with him, at least for a little while. It's always nice to drive behind a guy who's a lot faster. You can see what lines he's taking and everything, and learn something from it. But yeah, for now, a pretty uneventful race. Oh, we almost lost it there, so he definitely makes a mistake every now and then, as you can see. But yeah, 11.5 minutes to go. I figure about 10 more laps, and well, still in 11th place. Yeah, pretty uneventful. Back on the back straight again, and the whole long straight here where we're gonna hit 250 kilometers an hour in the end, and yeah, just trying to keep up with him and get some good lap times in. Here you can really see the speed of these cars on the main straight, or coming out of the back and through that right-hander, and that's yeah, the top speed of these cars is really great. They're a bit heavy to get around the circuit. They're around 1300 or 1400 kilograms, these cars, and that makes it a handful in the corners, because you have to get all that weight through the corners. and there's not much going on downforce. Of course, you have a rear spoiler. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna skip the race a little bit. We only got 6 more minutes to go. It was really, well, I'm sorry to say, uneventful. I'm really on the back of the car in front of me right now, Luis Garzonzo. Somehow he's just lost a lot of momentum, and that gives me a possibility to catch up with him. So that's at least exciting. Let's see if I can get that 10th place back in this race, because, well, I would really like to end in the top 10 anyway. So let's see if I can close that gap and get back into the top 10 again. Well, I don't know what's going on with him. It seemed I closed up the gap real easy, but it's not really working now. So maybe he made a mistake somewhere, or he had some problem with his car. I'm not sure, but he's definitely pulling away from me now again. So I don't know what's going on here. Traditional iRacing colors for Louis Garzon, and that's classic, I suppose. The blue, red, and white. And yeah, I'm just. In the meantime, there's someone on my back too, and he's closing in. Uwe Lange, or Uwe Lange. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he is definitely putting in some good lap times. And I think he had a stop and go penalty completely in the beginning of the race. There was one guy who just pulled off the line way too quick, and I think it was him. So he had to visit the pits for a stop and go penalty. And well, right now we're almost at the end of the race, and he finally made up all that time. And so we're gonna have a nice little battle on our hands potentially. That would be great. Just well, the rest of the race was pretty uneventful, I'm not gonna lie. So let's see if we can at least do the last 5 or 4 minutes. We can have some action. That will be great. Almost made a mistake there again, and that gives me a chance to close up just a little bit again. In the meantime, I have to watch my mirror, because there's definitely someone on my tail now, so I have to be careful not to give away this position and only lose a position instead of gaining one. Running a little wide there over the curbstones, a little too aggressive. I'm definitely feeling the pressure from the guy behind me, so I have to keep my wits about me. On the back straight again, the part of the circuit with the highest top speed here. I'm just way too far off to get a tow from the guy in front, but I think the guy behind me is slowly getting a tow from me. So instead of me gaining the position, I really have to worry about losing one. And yeah, he's closing in. He doesn't have a tow. I think he's too far away, but he is definitely closing in on me. And yeah, at least we're ending up with some cars close to each other, so maybe we can see some racing finally. Closing in, that's definitely happening, but the guy behind me is closing in on me, so it's getting, yeah, that's nice. We're finally getting some racing going on here, and that's no moment too soon after 27 minutes of racing, or driving I should say, because I hardly did any racing. I got overtaken once and that's it. So let's see if we can gain a position here and defend from the guy behind me. Yeah, he's definitely having a look. He's having a look. I have to really watch my mirrors now, but I also want to keep my speed up because I want to catch the guy in front of me. I want to get into that top 10, but in the meantime I have to be afraid because I think I'm going to end up in 12th position on this main straight. He's definitely on my gearbox now, and he's definitely having a tow. He's much faster than I am, and here he comes. And at this point not much I can do. This straight is so long, there's no defending here, and I just gonna have to let him go. Side by side here, lovely shot, really close. That's what I should have had a lot more in this race of, because it was a bit boring, I have to say, but this is exciting enough. And well, exciting is maybe not the right word because I just lost another position. Let's see if those guys start fighting up there. Maybe I can take advantage of that, and yeah, maybe it will slow their lap times down, so I can slowly get getting closer and gain the position. And he's off. Okay, so we do have some action here finally. The guy in front of us he went off, so that definitely gives me back my position. I'm in 11th position again. Yeah, it's nice, but I would have rather had some more fighting. That would have been greater or better. So now it's just a matter of, it's only 1.5 minutes left, so that's 2 laps, and then this race is gone. So let's see if I can just keep up with Uwe Langer and maybe do something there. But I have to say, he's really fast, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. And yeah, we're just going to have to sit out the 1 more or the 2 more laps, and that'll be race over for us. Just 2 more laps to go, and that'll be half an hour in the ROF. A pretty uneventful race, I have to say. I'm not gonna lie. It's well, you have these races. There's not much I can do about it, and it's realistic. That's all I can say, because a lot of races are like this. It's not easy. It's not very easy, because you have to stay very much focused, and it's so easy to start thinking about other things, and you make a little mistake. It's often much easier to just be fighting all the time, because the race just flies by if you do that. But now you really have to stay focused and concentrated, and not the easiest thing to do very often. So the leader's on the last lap right now, so we have to finish this lap and then 1 more lap, and then we're done too. Yeah, he's definitely pulling away from me. There's not much I can do about that. He's just faster than I am, so there's no racing for me there anymore. It's just a matter of finishing this race right now, and well, it's always a good thing to finish the race without incidents, I suppose. That's one thing you should always aim for in a race. But again, I would have preferred to have a little more action here, because it's been boring. That's just the way it is, and there's no other way to explain it. Still, it's nice scenery, it's nice pictures, and it's nice to hear the sound of these cars and everything. But a little more fighting would have been more fun, and that didn't happen today, so that's too bad. On the back straight for the last time, the part of the circuit with the highest top speed. We're going to touch that 250 kilometers an hour 1 more time, and then through the chicane, up the hill, through the right-hander, and then we're going to hit the finish line. So that's been a long race here, and lots of driving alone, and not much action to see, but they're part of it too. So I'm happy with the finish line, to be honest, and that this is over. But So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. There was not too much fighting going on, probably more so next time. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.